There we go.
Hi, I'm Alex. I like working with South Devon Players. I've got the name then again. It's nice to know that obviously it's free of judgment, very safe place. We work with people of all different ages and disabilities, which is very nice. We get to know each other a lot, get little interviews, so we're just all connected with each person, so we get everything right, and that's about it.
Excellent. Are there any particular skills that you've found that you've developed?
Talking in front of a bunch of people has become a lot easier. Much easier. I used to be a lot more shy.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Being part of the South Devon Players has definitely boosted my confidence because we've all become part of a family and we all encourage each other very much. It's also very nice that I've moved down from London and we had to join by audition, and they've seen the potential in me when they've never met me before. I also think that doing something twice a week really just helps us all be better people because it can take our mind off everything that's going on in our lives, and I really enjoy it, and I hope that everyone else does as well. And being in a mixture of people as well, so different ages, different types of people, is very rewarding because we learn a lot from everyone. So no matter how young they are, no matter how old they are, we've all come together and still gelled as a group, which I think is very important and really rewarding as well, because it's not very common that you get to meet so many people from such a wide range of ages. So.
Okay, hi Lily.
Hi.
Right, so could you tell me a bit about how you find working with South Devon Players and possibly with theatre on a wider scale in terms of how you're learning about or how you find working with people with different backgrounds and from different ages?
Right, well, in my personal opinion, working with SDP, first off, I have found to be very insightful and helpful because I've learned loads of new acting techniques and tips since working here, which has obviously helped going into college, not having a clue what you're doing performing arts. Theatre on a wider scale, I haven't really done much theatre on a wider scale, however, I mean, like, are you on about like tools?
Whatever. Any performance.
I think it's interesting and it's helpful because you sort of get used to being in a different space. Because whereas in college and obviously sometimes in certain theatre shows you sort of just always in the same place, and I find that it's makes it better when you expand in, you find new places and adjusting to settling in to different areas.
Yeah. And how do you find working? How are you learning about or working with people of all different ages?
I'm finding it very nice because even though I'm young, I find it's helping me actually sort of get on better with adults and younger people, which is obviously kind of needed because if you go into a cast, it's got all different ages. Like this one, you've got to it. Just sort of, I don't know. I like it. I find it very I can't remember what the word is. Eye-opening because you get loads of different. You get people with loads of different backgrounds and stories about their past in theatre or their past in general, and how it differs and how we've all ended up in one space and different stories.
Brilliant. So, do you find it overall beneficial? Are there things you think could be improved, or?
I really do find it beneficial, yeah, because it helps also with communication skills. Because when before coming here to adults, I'd be a bit oh, I don't talk to them, they're gonna hate me because I'm a child. But now it's just hello, how are you? I find it a lot easier to speak with anyone. I feel a lot more comfortable around other people as opposed to feeling a bit improving wise, I don't think there could be anything else. I think that what should I say? In SDP, you're very good at everyone coming together and bringing everyone together, and everyone being sort of involved as one, no matter age or background or any differences.
Thank you very much, lovely Lily. Okay,
Hello there, my name is Robin and I am 46 years old. I joined the South Devon Players last year for Beowulf. That was the first show I've ever been involved in, but it's been an absolutely amazing experience. It's built up my confidence amazingly, and I've loved meeting so many different people from different ages, from different lifestyles, and it's just incredible. And with that, it's helped me outside of that. I'm not working at the moment, but when I'm at home and I'm a family man, I have kids, I'm able to take what I have from the SDP to my family, my confidence. They see it in me, they see that I have more energy and I'm more enthusiastic about so many aspects in our lives now. And now that I'm in Les Mis, it's just made my confidence to skyrocket, basically. And I just feel on top of the world. I can't wait to come here and meet even more people. And I can't say anymore apart from, wow, I just love it.
Hi, I'm Lee. I'm 48. I'm a policeman locally. I've been a policeman for a long time. Since I've been at the Players, it's been an overwhelming. It's just been so supportive, really, and working with people from late teenagers to people my age and older. It's been a collective. It's like a family feeling. I think it's been great. And initially, when I first come here, there was a few issues surrounding, not for me personally, but what I've experienced being a police officer. I didn't know how people's preconceived ideas may be for that, but people have been fantastic and warm and welcoming from different backgrounds, cultures, societies. It's been fantastic, very welcoming. And this is the main reason why I really enjoy and look forward to coming to the Players twice a week. I've had no issues in terms of ages. I get to play the old man with one of my characters, Elizabeth, who I bring and collect from rehearsals twice a week. So I get to act my age properly then. It's good. Yeah, it's a fantastic place to be. It's warm, it's heartfelt, it's come at the right time in my life personally, because I've had some personal tragedies, and it's really helped me through a lot of turmoil quite recently, as well as recently as December. But I'm so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful to Laura and the rest of the cast and crew here who helped me through this. Fantastic.
Ready?
Hello, my name's Ruth and I'm 47 years of age. I am very new to the acting. Before I came to acting, I had very low self-esteem and lack of confidence. But I have now been in a show called Beowulf, which is my first performance. I was very nervous, but my confidence is growing each time I was doing the show. I'm quite respectful of the theatre now, where I know where I used to talk quite a lot because of my anxiety and my nerves. I have calmed right down where I know I have to not talk when I'm off stage, but be respectful of others. And now I've got, I would say, the acting bug. I'm now going to be in my second show, which I'm loving every minute of it. And but I would say my confidence and making the audience, the response that I received, like just a clap, and I still remember when I done the first show that if I got a clap at the end, it was like, oh my gosh, like, and I just felt so much joy doing.
When you're ready, Rich.
Hi, I'm Rich. I'm 37. I've been doing acting for a good 10 years now. It's really helped a lot, because when I started, I had a major stammer and I was a lot more anxious about everything. Now I'm a lot more confident in myself, and I've been able to do a lot that I never thought I could do back then. And I get to work with all sorts of different ages, from like teenagers to kids to old adults. It's great. It's a nice community working and I get to learn all the new skills that can help me not just on stage but behind the stage, and like fight choreography and all that.
And how do you find working with different ages from, well, teens and up?
I have no problem with it now. I mean, at one point it was hard getting used to teenagers, but now it's just no problems at all. It's got so much used to working with them, I can click with them so easily now.
Brilliant. So you find overall it's a positive outcome?
Oh, definitely. I would never have changed it. I love acting. I've been doing it 10 years and I don't intend to stop anytime soon.
Excellent. And are there any things that you think could be built on for improving the sort of general life skills really coming out of doing theatre for people, especially on an intergenerational level?
Can't think of anything that can be built on. The whole thing really works on life skills, like being on time and working in a team. Those are the skills you can learn for other jobs, and that improvisation is definitely one thing you learn from an actor, especially when things don't go exactly right. You just learn to improv and get the whole thing going shipshape.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Rich.
Yay.
The acting.
Action. Okay.
Yeah. So what I've noticed being here is the huge variety of kind of people of, you know, that their motivations for being here are very different, and for some people it's a case of just getting out and gaining some confidence and getting around people. For some people it's about you know, having the opportunity to act, and I think it's quite daunting to kind of the idea of getting on stage, but it brings confidence to everybody who's part of it, and it brings a kind of a collaborative and a sense of teamwork and a sense of a bit of a community and a family that is really great. And I feel that you know, the people with, you know, many different neurodivergencies and issues and stuff that are all kind of equals here, and it's a beautiful thing to kind of see that and be in a judgment-free environment where we're all working together to kind of create something that we all want to be part of. And you know, and hopefully the play's going to be good. I think it will be.
Yeah, it will.
It's got a good cast and everyone's pulling together, so I'm very excited for that.
Okay, so my journey so far has been a whirlwind. From the day from when I was 11 to 12, I did my first performance in my secondary school that I was so nervous about, and turned around afterwards and said, I'm not doing performing arts ever again. 3 months later, I do an amateur dramatics course in my local area to build up some experience and to do some Lambda examinations. I then looked for another thing to join as well as what I do, and I came across a company called Pauline Quirk Academy of Performing Arts. Now, Pauline Quirk Academy of Performing Arts gave me a wide range of experiences and opportunities, from going up to London to do some shows in the West End to in our local area. And because PQA was in different coloured groups, so green group was 5 to 8, blue was 9 to 11, and then my group red was 12 to 18. So we were able to work with different age groups, from the ones who were older and able to listen and do well, and then with the little ones, 5 to 8, it was getting their heads around what performing arts actually was. So there was a whole wide range of lessons from each coloured group. After PQA, I joined a company called Doorstep Arts, which was a really nice experience because there was people there that I knew, as well as the organisation was brilliant, and there were some people there that I actually got on well with, and opportunities there were amazing. I was in college, and I've been there now for 3 years, and it's been on and off with people there that I've gotten to know, because I'm someone who wants to get the job done, and other people unfortunately were very much mess around and rather arrange things. If we had to work in groups, it'd be do rehearsals on the week before of rehearsing. And for me, it was very much, let's do rehearsals the minute we come up with something, so we've got things to prepare for. And unfortunately, it just wasn't a good experience. However, now with getting to know the group, it's been very much, it's a work in progress. Finally, to be able to join South Devon Players is a privilege, absolutely. And there's a whole wide range of people that
There we go.
South Devon Players has been a privilege so far to meet exceptional and wonderful people who really have a knack and passion for performing arts and who get me. Because before joining South Devon Players, I didn't feel like I was accepted for being silly, but obviously the good silly, being myself at times in whatever I wanted to do, and I didn't feel like I belonged with conversations that other people had. However, then joining South Devon Players, I feel like I've relaxed so much in college and all around me, because I know that if something wasn't going to work in college that I knew it may work in South Devon Players, because people there, they like me for who I am, just as much as I like them for who they are, and we learn a lot about each other. And I think Laura Drury is an amazing person, and she's really, Laura's done South Devon College the same as me, so she knows the college as much as I do, and she was able to build something from the ground up, and she's a remarkable person, getting everybody together with her positive organisation skills, problem solving skills. She really is someone that you can rely on to get a job done, and I really wish her all the best, and I hope she has a bright future to come.
And thank you. And what have you found about, how have you found working with people of different age groups, different backgrounds, both within us and maybe with other organisations and at college?
Oh, sure. So PQA was a younger generation as well as a teenage generation, so it was really much that we were split off into different groups. So like we had musical theatre, drama, acting and drama, and dance. So the green group would learn different choreography to us as would blue and red. The only time we would come together was like to do London shows that we would do with that. And then at college, I'm the oldest out of a 16 to 18 category at 20, so it was kind of difficult to get to grips with a few of them, because we were at different paces with our education and work ethic, so it was very much me having to wait for some people to catch up. But above all, we were able to put performances together and still get good responses from the audience. And over South Devon Players, it's a real wonderful mixture. I don't feel like there's anyone here that is out of place. I feel like from the young to the respectable age, we've all been able to put our heads together and figure out opportunities and work out situations if they weren't going well, and also help each other when one of us was in need of just someone to talk to about anything, or having a lift home or lift anywhere. We knew we could always rely on each other. And to have the Facebook group chat that we've now set up now with opportunities, I really feel like we all support each other when one of us does get an opportunity, for then that person then to have the confidence that people like them do support them, and it's not just all about me, it's support.